Hey, I heard you like storming off, especially when it doesn't take 1,000 years. Why don't you jump with me through this Underworld breach? The card we're building around today is Underworld Breach, which is an enchantment for 1 and a red that gives each card in our graveyard escape, where the escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost, plus exile 3 other cards from our graveyard. And then at the beginning of the end step, we do have to sacrifice Underworld Breach, so we're going to be trying to combo off all on one turn. This is a combo deck where our win condition is Thassa's Oracle, and when she enters the battlefield, we look at the top X cards of our library, where X is our devotion to blue, and we put one of them on top of the library, but most importantly, if X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in our library, so if we're decked, we'll win the game. And so in order to make our combo go off, we're going to be relying on Lucky Clover in sync with Rosethorn Acolyte. So she's going to give us the mana that we need to keep storming, the mana color fixing, even some mana acceleration. And then we'll also be using Lucky Clover with Merfolk Secret Keeper to put a lot of cards into the graveyard so that we can keep casting with Underworld Breach. Two other cards that will both put cards into the graveyard and help us get cards out of the graveyard are Emery, Lurker of the Loch, and Temio, Collector of Tales. So Emery mills 4, and then she can get back a Lucky Clover. Temio will mill every time we plus, and we can minus to get a specific card back from the graveyard. And then just a couple other cards to keep us going. We have play 4 Opt, 1 Unsummon, 3 Arboreal Grazer for a little bit of ramp. Unsummon in a sticky situation, we can put Merfolk Secret Keeper back in our hand if we have enough mana for that. Playing Growth Spiral. And then 2 Uro. So this is an alternate win con. You can cast this for 3 just to gain the life, draw the card. Or if you're in another sticky situation, you can just start eating the graveyard just to play this as a big boy. We're playing 2 Chemister's Insight. And then as for lands, 3 Island, 2 Mountain, 3 Forest, 1 Steam Vent, Temple of Epiphany, Stomping Ground, Temple of Abandon, 4 Breeding Pool, and then I'm playing 1 Simic Guildgate, 1 Temple of Mystery, 3 Evolving Wilds, and 3 Fabled Passage. So this is a little bit of a budget build of the deck. Credit to this deck goes to Reddit user Antguy. I'll put a link in the description, and so you can check out the description for the complete deck list, or you can go ahead and make your own little budget build of the deck until you pull all the wild cards that you need. So that's the deck, and I hope that you enjoy the gameplay. We have all 3 colors. We have our Keeper, we have our Acolyte, we have our Clover, we have our Temio. This is a keep. This hand's pretty good. We have a way to fill the yard, and we're just looking for one more combo card, which is Underworld Breach. I think I'll go with the Evolving Wilds first so we can get that Clover down. And we need a green source. Opponent taking it nice and slow. We'll go Clover here. Temple. Because we're not using the red mana anyway this turn. Don't need that. I will get this going. And so even if we pitch a Underworld Breach to the yard, we can just pull it back with Temio. Which I probably will do. Opponent gonna make us discard some cards. Oh, very nice of opponent to help us draw some cards. So we'll go Fabled Passage. Get another blue source. We should only need the one green. Just gonna think about it real quick. I'm still a little new to this deck. 10 in the yard. I think I'll go Tamiyo and plus.
I am Tamiyo. It is an honor to meet you.
Merfolk's Secret Keeper.
Seek and find.
So we just need a little bit more gas, maybe a little bit bigger graveyard. We should survive through this turn. Let's see if the Rankle goes face. Opponent trying to burn us out. Discard the opt here. I guess we won't discard anything. Alright, there's our Secret Keeper. Do we need another one? Or an Emery? Or a Clover? I guess we'll go for another Merfolk Secret Keeper.
I know I noted this somewhere.
Okay, this is it. There's the rest of our Clovers. There's Emery if we need it. I don't think we can take another turn. No, we have to combo off this turn. So we'll go Rosethorn with the green. We'll make a green for another one. We'll make a blue for the Merfolk Girl. We got a 20 card deck. I'm still a little new at this, just gonna check out the yard. So we should be able to cast this card. And we'll eat some of these lands and the Grazer. 4 cards, and Thassa's Oracle will only hit 2. We should have one more Merfolk Secret Keeper if I'm not mistaken. I think we're going to be just shy, just a little bit short. And then this should find our Thassa's Oracle, which is our last card, and that's a good game. Cool, so we got there. Two lands, Keeper, Breach, Tameo. I think we'll keep. We only need one red source for Underworld Breach. We're just looking for Rosethorn, Acolyte, and Lucky Clover. If we can get to 4 mana, the Tameo will be super useful. Put the blocker down. Hopefully we can get it into the graveyard. Fourth land is very useful. What do we want? Lucky Clover.
The moon looks intriguing to me. I think you will find my notes helpful.
Nice. So this hand feeling pretty good so far. We just need the red source for Underworld Breach. Worst case scenario, we could make that with Rosethorn.
Do not harm my scrolls!
Double Lucky Clover, is that the play? I think so. I think we want a
To
Merfolk
the
Secret Keeper.
library.
Better to block here? If I don't, she'll die. I guess I'll just play a blocker. And Tamiya's very good at put cards in the yard. Oh, for sure. We want this one in the yard. Do we have enough? We don't have... well... Can I afford to wait one more turn? What if there's Embercleave? I think I'll wait one more turn for one more card. Easy block. 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So here's our last turn. There's our red source, exactly what we're looking for. One more card in the yard. And we milled all of our red sources. So we have a green open, so I'll just make a red for the Underworld Breach. And just make the rest blue and not think about it too much. And here we go. So we're hurting on cards in the yard. Like Merfolk Secret Keeper can help with that. Eat the land, eat the grazer, eat the land. We're hoping to see more Secret Keepers and Emeries. So there's an Emery. If I play this, we can make it back with the Rosethorn. Just eat some land. Rose Thorn around here somewhere. Bunch of mana, make a green for a Rose Thorn, everything else that we need is blue. Just eat some more lands, eat the Underworld Breach. Make a bunch of mana. Deck's at 20. Can cast Emery here. There's our Secret Keeper. Eat these lands and this opt. Leaves us with one card in the library, just gotta find our Thassas. There it is, Thassa's Oracle. Doesn't matter what we eat at this point. Good game. So that's pretty much the deck. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Here's the full list of the deck that I have linked in the description if you don't want to go with the budget version. And then one thing I do want to tell you guys is that my win ratio with this deck was pretty bad. It took me several losses to learn how to pilot the deck. It took me several losses to get the footage for this video. So I'm not sure if this deck really has a lot of legs, but it's really fun to pilot, it's really fun to play, and it's really, really fun to win with. And so one thing for me is that the deck might function better once I'm off the budget build. Just want to give you a little disclaimer before you go and spend your wild cards. So as always, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit me with that like, subscribe. I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.